be honest with me. Have you ever spent 40 minutes perfecting your hair, picked out the most elegant silk blouse, stepped into your favorite trousers, and felt like $1,000,000 until you looked in the mirror and realized something was terribly wrong? Ouch. It's like a beautiful symphony that ends with a honking tuba. We've all been there. We prioritize comfort because, let's face it, our feet have earned it, but somewhere along the way, we fell into the comfort trap. Did you see that? I didn't change my clothes. I didn't change my makeup. I just changed my punctuation. You see, shoes are the punctuation mark of an outfit. If you're wearing the wrong ones, you aren't just dressed comfortably, you are accidentally telling the world that you've given up on style. And ladies, at 60, 70, or 80, we are just getting started. Today we are doing the look down test. I'm exposing the 5 most common shoe mistakes that act like an aging magnet, instantly adding decades to your look. But don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to wear 5-inch stilettos. I'm showing you the sophisticated, modern, and yes, painless swaps that will make you look current, curated, and effortlessly cool. Because the biggest secret in fashion, you don't have to choose between your arches and your aesthetics. Let's fix your footwear and reclaim your style. Stick around for mistake number 3. It's the one almost everyone is making right now without realizing it. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the clunky white clouds on your feet. We've all been told that after 60, we need support. And somehow, the shoe industry translated supports into looks like it was issued by a hospital. This, ladies, is the orthopedic trap. Now I know what you're thinking, but they're so comfortable. My podiatrist loves them. Your podiatrist loves your arches. They aren't necessarily looking at your silhouette. These shoes scream utility. They tell the world you've prioritized function so much that you've forgotten your flair. They act like an anchor, dragging down even the most expensive linen trousers or a beautiful floral skirt. See the difference? On the left, the eye goes straight to the floor and stays there. On the right, you look like a woman who's heading to a gallery opening or a brunch in Saint-Tropez. So what is the swap? The secret is leather and lines. Instead of mesh and Velcro, look for a slim, low-profile sneaker in high-quality leather or suede. Laces over Velcro. Even if you struggle with dexterity, there are stylish, no-tie elastic laces that look just like the real thing. Monochrome is magic. A shoe that is all one color, sole included, creates a seamless, expensive look. If you need that cushioning, look for a platform sneaker. It gives you an extra inch of height and a modern edge without the instability of a heel. You're still getting the arch support, the padding, and the room for your toes, but you're doing it with a cool girl's energy that says you know exactly what year it is. You aren't just walking, you're making an entrance. Now let's talk about a shoe that's hiding in almost every woman's closet. I call it the dolly flat. It's that round-toed, thin-soled ballet shoe that we reach for when we want to look pretty without wearing a heel. Here's the hard truth. The rounded dolly flat is an aging trap because it lacks structure. On a 20-year-old, it looks preppy. On a woman of style and substance over 60, it can look, well, a bit little girl. It softens your look so much that it loses all its power. Plus, let's be honest, these offer about as much support as a piece of cardboard. If you walk 3 blocks in these, your lower back is going to have a word with you. Do you feel that shift in energy? We've gone from sweets to sophisticated. This is the power flat, the upgrade almond toe loafer, or the V-vamp flat. Why does this work? It's all about geometry. 1. The elongation effect. A pointed or almond toe acts as an extension of your leg. It draws the eye down and out, making you look taller and leaner. A round toe acts like a stop sign for the eyes. Look for a flat with a slightly thicker sole or a tiny 2-inch stacked heel. It gives your foot a frame and provides the shock absorption your joints actually need. See this V shape here? It shows just a hint of the top of the foot. It's a subtle trick that adds a modern high-fashion edge without trying too hard. When you wear a structured flat, you aren't just not wearing heels. You are wearing a style choice. It says you're sharp, you're grounded, and you mean business. Even if that business is just picking out the perfect sourdough at the market. Now take a deep breath, because I'm about to go after a closet staple. We've been told for 30 years that a nude pump goes with everything, that it elongates the leg. But here's the secret. The fashion magazines didn't tell you a safe nude pump can actually look incredibly dated and a bit stale. There are 3 problems here. 1. The nude lie. Unless that beige perfectly matches your skin tone, it's not nude, it's just a beige shoe. 2. The stiletto struggle. A thin, high heel can make your gait look tentative. If you're walking like you're on ice, you aren't looking youthful. You're looking fragile. 3. The Office 1995 vibe. It looks like a uniform. It lacks personality. Suddenly we've gone from corporate assistants to creative director. This is the architectural heel. The upgrade, the block heel, or the modern kitten. Why is this the winner for us? A block heel gives you a wider landing pad. You can walk on cobblestones, grass, or slick marble without that stork-like wobble. Confidence is the ultimate age defier. Choosing a shoe with a bit of architecture's, maybe a square toe or a sculptural heel, shows that you are current. You aren't just wearing what you wore 20 years ago because it still fits. Instead of flesh-toned beige, try a rich neutral like espresso, pewter, or navy. These colors anchor an outfit and look much more expensive than a flat beige. When you stop trying to make your shoes disappear with a nude tone, you start making them work for you. A block heel doesn't just support your weight, it supports your style. Winter comes, the temperature drops, and out come the black ankle boots. We love them because they're practical. But if yours look like this, heavy, stiff, and wide at the top, you might be accidentally chopping yourself in half. Do you see what's happening here? This wide opening creates a harsh horizontal line right at the widest part of your ankle. It makes the leg look shorter, heavier, and let's be honest, a bit clunky. It's a heavy look, and at 60 plus, we want to look light, lifted, and streamlined. Look at the magic of a streamlined silhouette. This isn't just a boot, it's a continuation of the leg. The upgrade, the sock boot or narrow shaft bootie. Why does this work so much better? The continuous lined. By choosing a boot that hugs the ankle, there's no break in the visual line. Your trousers can flow right over it, or your skirt can meet it seamlessly. The second skin effect. It feels modern. It's the difference between wearing a work boot and a fashion boot. The color shift. If black feels too harsh against your skin or your lighter winter wardrobe, try a deep espresso or a slate gray. It provides the same utility, but with a much softer, more sophisticated edge. You want your boots to whisper, not scream. A narrow shaft boot says you're polished from head to toe. No more clumping around. Let's glide instead. We've made it to the finish line. But first, we have to talk about the vacation vibe killer. I call this the old lady's sandal. You know the one, it's got a dozen tiny elastic straps, a squishy gray footbed that shows every footprint, and it usually comes in a shade of putty that matches nothing. I get it. It's hot, your feet swell, and you want something soft. But these sandals are doing you zero favors. 1. The skin tone siphon. That safe beige or dusty mauve actually sucks the life out of your skin tone. 2. The strap trap. Too many thin straps create visual clutter and can actually highlight swelling rather than hiding it. 3. The flimsy factor. They look like house slippers that wandered outside. They lack the authority of a great outfit. Now this is how you do summer. This is the European chic, the upgrade, the bold slide, or the modern fisherman. Why does this work? It's all about scale and material. 1. Wide straps. 1 or 2 wide leather straps provide more support than 10 tiny elastic ones, and they create a much cleaner, more modern block of color. 2. Metallic magic. If you want a nudes that actually works, go for gold, silver, or bronze. Metallics act as a neutral, but they reflect light, making your legs look tan and glowing rather than flat. 3. The molded footbed. You can still have your arch support. Brands are now making ergonomic soles that are wrapped in leather or suede, so they look like a fashion choice, not a prescription. Summer is about lightness and joy. Don't let a frumpy sandal weigh down your spirit. Pick a shoe that says you're here for the Aperol spritz, not just the orthopedic support. If your sandal has a permanent gray shadow of your foot printed on the sole, it's not a vintage treasure. It's a toss-its treasure. Think of your summer shoes as jewelry for your feet. Would you wear a dusty elastic headband to a wedding? Then don't wear it on your toes. We've covered a lot of ground today. Literally, from ditching the Velcro trap to finding the power in an architectural heel. But if you take away only one thing from this video, let it be this: style does not have an expiration date. When you look down and see a shoe that reflects the vibrant modern woman you are on the inside, your entire posture changes. You walk taller. You speak clearer. You take up the space you deserve. Don't let a frumpy shoe mumble your message to the world. Let your footwear speak with an exclamation point. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these 5 mistakes were you guilty of? Don't worry, we've all been there. I used to own those putty sandals too. Drop a comment below and tell me which modern swap you're most excited to try. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of women who are aging with attitude and elegance. And if you're ready to overhaul the rest of your closet, click right here to watch my video on the 5 wardrobe essentials every woman over 60 needs. This is Chic After 60, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep walking beautifully.